Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Cole. I love fun and colourful makeup, and if you do too, you have found yourself in the right place. Today we're going to be talking about one of my favourite brands. We're going to be talking about Beauty Moon Cosmetics, and today I'm going to be using the products from their August subscription box. So they do a £30 subscription every 3 months, and today we're going to be talking about the products that were in there. So let's first run through what was in there. So first off, we have the Invisible Pore Face Primer, which is like a clear pore blurring primer. I'm excited to try this, and I love the fact it's got an airless pump. Big love for that. Then we have the 4D Lengthening Mascara in this gorgeous navy blue tube. I was kind of hoping this was blue, but this is the brush. I like a big chunky brush. I've seen some people say they don't like it because of the big chunky brush. But what I'm more bothered about for me with a mascara is whether it ends up down my face at the end of the day. Then we have the Multi-Chrome Pigment in the shade Fairy Fizz. This is beautiful. I'm so excited to try this. And what I love about this is it has a stopper. Absolutely love that. The attention to detail just makes it a bit easier. So we've got that one. Then we have the Pressed Powder Blush. This is in the shade Divine. I'm so excited for this. You guys know, if you are a regular, I am a blush fiend, and this one is beautiful. And then finally, the kind of thing that it's themed around, we've got the Aurora Spell 4-pan palette. She looks like this. So we're going to use everything today. Why is this not focusing? There we go. That's what she looks like. I'm really intrigued by this shade here because it's like one of those like multi-layered, and then this shade here looks so sparkly and gorgeous. So I'm very excited to give that a go. We are going to start off with the Pore Filling Primer. Now for me, I do normally tend to go for like a hydrating primer, whereas this is kind of a thick, like silicone-y type primer. But I am intrigued to see how it fares. Ooh, okay, that feels really smoothing. I am currently on a diet of gluten. I've been gluten-free for about a year, but I have to have some tests to confirm whether or not it's celiac disease, and I'm eating gluten, so I'm very, very like blemishy at the moment. Also my hair's falling out and I'm in great pain, but other than that, it's going great. I mean, I get to eat like a Kit Kat chunky and Maltesers again, so you know, it's not all bad, but I am very spotty. So I'm intrigued to see how this is going to kind of fare, and hopefully it will help kind of disguise some of those. It feels really smooth though. It's still got a bit of tack to it, which I like. And my pores do definitely look slightly kind of more filled in and smooth, but it definitely feels very smooth. So intrigued about that. Right, onto what I'm most excited about. This is the Aurora Spell Eyeshadow Quad. I love a quad because it means I don't have to think. And sometimes not thinking is nice. We are going to do a classic Cole winged out look today. So we're going to start with the shade Aurora. Are we going to focus? There we go. I feel like I've done a lot of blue and purple looks lately. And a lot of green. I feel like I've not done anything very warm toned in a while. But that is just the way it has been. I'm going to use a P. Louise E22 with that shade on. This is a little bit stained, but it has been wiped off. Now, purples are notoriously hard to formulate, so I'm intrigued to see what this is like, but with the normal quality of Beauty Moon, I don't expect anything but perfection, quite frankly. Now I just want to let you know this box was sent to me in PR, however, whatever I say is my own opinion. You can, I do have a code with Beauty Moon. I don't think it works on the subscription boxes, but if you do order anything else, my code is Coleoftheball and you'll save 15% on whatever you purchase. That is beautiful. I love a lilac. I love a lilac. It's a very, very pretty lilac and it's not taking a lot of building up. It's quite deep. I feel like I saw my friend Just Gem, I'll leave her channel below, she did a look on her Instagram using the palette and the shade showed up really nice on her and she's got beautiful deep skin, so we love it when a pastel kind of works for everybody. I think that looks lovely. If you haven't tried Beauty Moon yet, I would highly, highly recommend. I absolutely love their eyeshadow formula, and Tori, who owns the brand, is just one of the loveliest people ever. Yeah, she's just fabulous. She always comments on like people's content with her products, and I just think she's just the nicest lady, and I absolutely love the products she makes. I've actually converted quite a few people to Beauty Moon now. Millie's tried them. One of my US watchers / fellow creators has tried them on my recommendation. It's just, yeah, fully trying to get everybody on them. Their Ice Maiden palette was actually one of my top 3 palettes of 2024, so I really do love them. Right, okay, so we've just buffed that out. That looks so nice. I'm going to now go in with the deeper purple, which is called Magnetic Midnight. Is this brush too big for this? Probably. And we're just going to start deepening this up. I have got a hair on my face. Okay, we're going to start with more Lorac Pro LP6. Again, just stained, not dirty. Well, it's not got any product on it. Ooh, okay, that is so smooth. That has just gone on like literally like butter on hot toast. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Tori, my gal, you have done it again. And this whole box was £30. Absolute bargain. I also love the fact that these are kind of like limited products for the box, and I like the fact as well that Tori's kind of using it to kind of experiment with kind of like more basic products to see what people like and what people don't like. I think it's a really great way for her to kind of build a brand up, because it's kind of all being built by the consumer, which I think is a really great way to do it. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with a fluffy brush. We're going to go back into Aurora. I'm just going to use that to buff out the edges of the deeper purple. I may not be good at symmetry, but I am great at consistently being unsymmetrical. So, you know, consistency is key, as they say. Just going to build that up a little bit more on this wing. I've got this really annoying crease in my eye that unless I like really stretch my eye out, can't get any product on. That's new. That's been new with turning 26, it appears. My eyes have just got creasier. Okay, right. It's time for the shimmers, I think. No, it's not. We need to do the outer corner. I'm going to stick with that LP16. I'm just going to bring the Magnetic Midnight shade down. I'm also kind of gutted I filmed my mermaid palettes video before I got this box, because this palette is very much giving me mermaid vibes. Just going to grab an angled brush. This is a Morphe 165. We're going to go into Magnetic Midnight and just make sure that that is nice and sharp. That literally, I was able to literally draw that line and pretty much blend it with the angled brush, which is not something a lot of shadows will do. And then I am just gonna grab the LP16, wipe it off, and pop on a little bit of Aurora just to do that edge. That's helpful, isn't it? Put the mirror right in front of the camera, Nicole. Great idea. Just gonna wipe this little bit of purple from underneath my eyes. Right, okay. We have got a Made by Mitchell ME5, no extra primer on my lids, just the Beauty Bay eyeshadow base. I'm going to start with Celestial Dance, and I'm going to kind of swirl my brush to pick up all of the shades in here. And we're going to put this on the outer third. Ooh, that is pretty. I don't always love these kind of shades because I feel like it's hard to get like a consistent shade. Like every time you dip into it, it's just a little bit different. So I think that's the one thing I would have maybe preferred these pigments to be all mixed together already, because like I feel like there's slightly more pink and blue kind of separation on this lid as there is on the other lid, if that makes sense. Just gonna kind of work them into each other, and hopefully we'll get that same kind of, it's like a gorgeous like periwinkly purple colour. Absolutely stunning. I just don't love kind of having to mix the pigments myself. Just from the point of view of it's not consistent. It looks beautiful in the pan. It's not always consistent on the lid. Then we're going to take Frozen Sky, which is a much kind of brighter blue. Oh, wow. Just, I mean, come on. Indie shimmers, man. That's all I gotta say. Indie shimmers. That is stunning. Absolutely glorious. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes. A million times yes. And to be honest, only the tiniest amount of fallout. Somehow there is some on my moustache area though. Not sure how you got there, sir. Right, okay. Do I want, yeah, let's do that now. Right, we're gonna take berry flower. I'm so excited. Oh. Okay, and my favourite wee little brush. This is a Casey Jane Hughes Spectrum number 14. Can I get this little tab open with my nails? Oh, I can. Go me. I also love this brush because it fits into the hole, so I don't even have to tip any out. stunning. It's going to do loose pigment all over my sofa. Right, I haven't got any glitter glue. Oh my god. That is glorious. It's got a little bit of pink in it, which I really like with the look. It kind of adds a little bit of something different. It's almost got like a bit of like orange in it as well. I don't know whether you can see it reflecting on the camera, but I'm just gonna put a little bit more on. Just a small amount. We are gonna put that in the inner corner, but I'm gonna stop for now. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna put my foundation on. I'm gonna be testing out something new. Is that a good idea, wearing a new bra? Fine. It'll be fine. I get the people who aren't into pigments because they're messy, but also, why wouldn't you want sparkly under eyes? That's an excellent question. I feel like my bronzer looks really heavy on the side camera, but not on the front camera, so we're just going to ignore that. We're going to do the blush next. I'm excited about this. Very excited. I'm going to do a really light hand. That to normal people is probably not a light hand, but to me that was light. Also, just a little side note, everything went on really nicely over the primer. Ooh, I like that colour. This feels like a blush I'm going to reach for a lot in the winter when I'm super pale. But even now, I've got a bit of colour, although that I've got that e.l.f. Halo Glow skin tint on. Does look a little light. Right, I'm just going to throw a quick brow on. Don't know why I didn't do that while I wasn't on camera. We're also ignoring my brows because they're in desperate need of something. Anything, quite frankly. Honestly, the amount of times per week I'm like, should I just shave them off? Could I rock the no brow look? That's my question. I do not think I could. But I do often think about shaving them off. Just to make my life easier, quite frankly. Right, okay, we are going to go in with more pigment. Okay, and I'm going to spray my brush because my face is now done. Just a little spritz on the brush, just to help it stick. This is definitely, even though it looks very blue in the pot, I would definitely say it's like predominantly like a pink reflect. I'm just going to pop this in the inner corner. Okay, and then I think I want to do something slightly different. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a teeny tiny little flat brush and we're going to take that shade Frozen Sky, like that. And then I'm going to go in like I would normally with a pencil brush. That's not the right thing. Almost put pressed powder under my eye then. And we're going to go in with that Magnetic Midnight shade. I like that little pop of blue. It's just a bit different to what I normally do. I wouldn't normally kind of bring my lid shade down onto my lower lash line. I I love this look. I love it. Right, mascara time. Like I said, I personally love a big old chunky brush. So I am excited to give this a go. I'm just really hoping it doesn't end up down my face. We'll see. So that is one coat. Now please bear in mind my lashes are terrible. Okay, we're gonna get, that looks really nice on the bottom lashes. I'm gonna give it 2 minutes to dry while I do my lips, and then we'll do another coat and see how it builds. Lips, I'm just doing a really basic lip combo that I've been enjoying. This is made by Mitchell Love with Life, which is like a really pretty corally colour. And then I've been topping it with the Fenty Slip Shine Liquid Lipstick in Glazed. Is that too peach for this look? I don't know. I do not know. I'm not so good at pairing the lip with the eyes. I don't know. What do we think? Right, where's that mascara gone? Okay, we're gonna go in for coat number 2 now it is dried. It's got like little twisty bristles. Very interesting. I'm getting a lot of length, and I'm getting a lot of kind of separation and like fanning out. Would I necessarily say it's the most volumizing mascara I've ever tried? No. But also at the same time, volume is probably the thing I look for the least in a mascara. I want something that's going to lengthen and something that's not going to run down my face. So I really like that. I think that looks really nice. I'm very intrigued by that one. Right. I'm just going to put a bit of highlighter on because I feel like naked without it. This is the Maybelline one that's in my project pan. It's just like a duochrome pink, which I think will pull in really nicely with that inner corner and kind of tie everything together. Okay, my fringe is just not, it's not behaving at the moment. She doesn't want to lie down. She wants to be on top of my head. Okay, so that is the finished look with the Beauty Moon August subscription box. What do we think of this look? What do we think of this box? I think it's great value for money. I'm so excited to see what comes next. Somebody did ask Tori, are they all going to be kind of colour themed? Because the June, what comes 3 months before August? May? May. The May box. The first box anyway was like pink themed. This one's been like purpley green blue themed. And Tori said no, they've all got themes, they're just not necessarily always colours. So I'm excited to see what comes next. As I said, if you are going to purchase anything from Beauty Moon, I do have a code. There are lots of codes about if you don't want to use mine. Make sure you get that coin off. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more from me, hit subscribe. And if you want to make sure that you never miss another one of my videos, hit that bell icon and YouTube will notify you next time I post. You've been fabulous, I've been Coleoftheball, and I'll see you next time. Bye guys.